Hello, lovely spectators. That sound right? Hello. Hello, my lovely spectators. Dee here. Welcome to my studio. So, Mass Make March. I'm gonna make some little things here that are a fun fold, and hopefully, you know, you might find it cutesy and maybe want to do it. I don't know. You need 6x6 papers. These are from 12 by 12, some scrapbook paper that I had there. So I just grabbed a 12 by 12 sheet, cut it down into fours, and I'm going to show you this quick little fold that could make a little pocket embellishment kind of thing. It's like a 2-for-1 pocket and also like a journaling spot, so a hidden journaling spot. So you need two 12 by 12s. And basically you're going to fold it, right? So you're going to fold it in half. So you're going to fold it in half. That's going to be one fold. Then you're going to open it up. You're going to fold it in half the other direction. Okay. And then you're going to fold it a third time diagonally. And there you go. So we're going to fold a bunch of them like that. Okay. You need two for the item. So 1, 2, and then folds it this way. Okay. Right. So that's going to create one. Let's grab a different picture. If it's thin enough, I'm going to fold the two of them together just to make the mass make faster, right? So I have two of them together, I think, right here. I could feel the thickness in my hand. So it really depends. You can do double-sided paper. It's not necessary because for the most part, it's going to stay closed. How many do I have here? Yeah, I had two of them there. All right, let's grab two more of something. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're going to fold these in half. Again, fold them in half. So I fold them again. Now I've seen this fold be used singularly. I'm using two of them together. I did this about a year ago one time, and I haven't done it again since on the channel. And so then I was watching somebody's video and stuff, and they were showing their junk journal, and they had a few things going on, and they were showing things, and they were opening and closing things. Yeah, don't do that because that'll make it all bulky. And I was like, oh, okay. So again, so half and half, and then once on the diagonal. I'm not really looking as to where the picture is going to be. You know, I just did it any whole way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do another one. Let's grab another set of something. I just grabbed a few different patterns. Here we go. I'm going to fold that in half. That way. Fold it in half this way. Open it up. Fold it diagonal. So this could be a true also, you know, 6x6 paper pad kind of, you know, killer. You can get all those paper pads rid of. I'm using two pieces that match. I guess you could mix and match if you wanted to. That wouldn't be a problem. Okay, and like you see that this is kind of coming together pretty quick. All right. And we'll take another set of these flowers. I'm just going to do them all. You can have them in your stash once you put them together. A little irregularity that might be off because I cut it. And we know that these things sometimes are not, you know, perfect when they're made into books and stuff. I don't think it's going to matter too much. And you'll see why. I mean, I don't want to go like super lazy and whatever. I'm trying to be consistently careful. So, yeah. All right. So you see that? I mean, I feel this is going pretty quick. So you are going to have to, of course, glue the two pages together, and I'm going to show you two of them that I've did as a prototype, just to, you know, refresh my brain on what is happening, or how to do it, rather, how it looks going to look and stuff. And yeah, okay, just two more sets. So again, half. You see that I'm not even looking at the patterns really at all. I'm just folding in the order that I have to fold. So down the middle, open, down the middle, and then one diagonal. One diagonal. Okay. All right. This is the last set. Okay. So I found this out through you know, this paper fold. Like, oh, I found this amazing paper fold, but I had never used this paper fold till about a year ago. That a friend of mine at a crafty place showed me an explosion book that she makes with this, which is you know, you overlap these. It's cute. So I could show you that as well, because why not? So maybe the mask make is the fold. Okay, so let me show you what it is. So we're going to put them together to make these kind of things, right? And so whether you put them tight closer together or more for a more of a decorative, it really depends on your preference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some removable, just to see if this will help me to show you what we're doing. So you will put it into your journal like this, right, with that open. If that bothers you, you can put a little Velcro dot behind it, whatever the case is. But then when you open it, you have this, so you have journaling space. And what I like to, what also could be done, because it is sealed up, right? So the, you know, you gotta get used to closing this. I'm still, you know, a little off with it. You know, you can tuck this in too. That's another thing you could do, right? But when you open it, you have this little well here that you can put little bits and bobs, you know, little stickers, buttons, whatever. Nothing too heavy, right? And like that. I prefer like this because, you know, it's just inherently like that. If I wanted to be cutesy on the page, I could do that as well. Right, just because and then they could do some exploring and find that this opens up and you can have some journaling. So this is what we're going to do today. Okay, and so again, to close it up, you just tuck these two behind. You could pluck it in, or you can put it on the outside. Okay, now it's making it look like it's hard. It's not. You just got to get used to it. Oh my goodness. Edit. We're not going to edit. We're not going to edit. We're going to leave it like that. Right? So that's one, right? And that's because it's really, really tight. So that was removable. So nothing's on this now. This one is the same, except that it's not as close together. So you can still have it on the page. You can still use it as like a little tuck there, right? And then it'll also open up. And it's the same thing, right? This one, because it's a little further apart, is a little easier to get to close, right? And now it makes me look like a liar, but it did close easier. so I think we're gonna stick to this one, and you just adjust it. You know, play with it once you've learned this fold and stuff. Let me get this off. This is my little journal page, like a sample when I'm making all these things for Mass Make March. All right, so how do we assemble them? Super easy. We're just going to glue them together, one flap by one flap. So we take two pieces that we folded that we want to go together, and we have the pieces that are diagonal. So we go backwards and forwards to have that free range of motion, right? Backwards and forwards. And we're going to have it so that it can easily go like this. We can reinforce that. Okay, so maybe that would be the next step if you wanted to do it that way. And then this one too, we're going to put that inside. And we're going to reinforce reinforce. I want that little piece. There we go. I don't want that little squareness to be happening. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue these two pieces together, these two squares. So this square on this square. So all you want to do is when you glue it, you use your grid, right? So I'll do a little pencil that I can erase later. So here's my score lines, right? So I'm just going to line them up to a grid, right? So I have them on this line and that line. I'm going to take the other one and I'm going to put it about a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch is there, right? And 1/2 inch is here. So I want to glue it so that it's equally spaced, right? So if it's white on white, it's kind of hard. So you have those little marks, right? Then on this side, I'm going to start with some glue. And we're going to just put glue over here and here, and some inside there, lay it down. And then on this side, we'll lift it up. At this point, I could take rid of that, erase that, and this, and then this, and this. Okay. So the fold is something basic. You know, we've seen this fold before, right? It's not any kind of like new invention, right? But how we use it is what I saw. So this is what I had learned, the fold, and then I started playing around with it to make what I'm calling, you know, this pocket thing. Okay. Okay, so error. You see what I did? I did something wrong. And that's, you know, because of gapping. We want a flat one and a flat one. I did it on the diagonal one. I don't think I have enough time to take it off. No! Okay, so yeah, that happened. But you know what that does afford me? I will keep this in scrap. But the fold is still there. Let me show you what I've seen someone else do with this fold. All right, let's go back to the journal page. It's all good. And what they did was they glued it like this, right? This way. And I don't know exactly sure how they made it stay. It might have been like a little circle or something that, you know, you put a little piece of paper there, but then when you take it out on the corner, it expanded. So they would have put a little circle or something. Let's see, in my little box of goodies, do I have something that we could use that's strong enough? Yes, this guy, right? So you fold it up on the corner and then you tape some, you know, you fix something like that, it holds it. Okay, that's aside from our mask make. But I mean, it's cute, right? You go like that, and then you can pop it down in the corner. And then when you're coming back, you just, you know, put it underneath there. So it moved because it's removable tape. All right, let's get back to this. Let's not repeat the same mistake as before. So the pieces that are diagonally folded, they do not get glued on anything. The pieces that are solid are what get glued to each other. So let's try this again. Here is a solid piece right here, no diagonal. The diagonals are here. This one, I want to put the other solid, so the diagonals are here. Okay, and I want to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up. I'm not going to do the pencil this time. I'm using the visual, half and half over here. I'm going to just lift this to get it going. Go behind it, attach this there. Okay, get that down. Now I can move it, lift this up, and add the adhesive over here. Okay, so there we go. And then that's it. So we want to close it up, right? Those folds that we reinforced earlier, we're just gonna make sure again, press them down nice. Oh, I like this paper. It was from like a cheapy photorealistic pad. I got it when I got a scrapbook, what do you call it? D-stash from somebody, right? Like this. And so what we want to do is Those two go in, these two go around and inside, and that's like that. And then I would put it on there like that. Okay? It doesn't have to be put on. You could put a Velcro dot and put it into a pocket. It could be another different type of embellishment, something other than a just tag or a journal card, right? Or a regular envelope. So something a little different. Bring something to the table. Okay, so let's see how many we're gonna do. We're gonna keep working for a little while and just get you used to it. So we're gonna go back on the other side and get that crease smoothly working. Right, same thing over here. Over here. So let's do that to all of them. Okay, let's do it that way. Let's just get all of those prepared. Okay, so now that everything is folded and at least it's a little more loosey-goosey, we're going to continue to just make them. So we want to have one side, and you could be more specific and look at the patterns. Again, am not really concerned too much about that. It's a pattern paper. Line it up on the grid, look for the plain side, line it up on the grid at 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, lift this up and get it glued down over here so that it sticks, and then I could move it and finalize the fixing of the other side. Alright, and again, if we made it nice and loose, what we're going to be able to do is let it pop into itself, right? So this is going to go like that. So we'll burnish it and reinforce it there. And then this one is going to come in like that. Get this out of the way. Let's reinforce it there. Okay. And then these two tuck in on the sides. And then it'll naturally fall like that. So you could put it however you want it. You want a Velcro dot if you're going to put it on a page. And then it's kind of be up to the person to figure it out when they open it. But hopefully they will be able to do that. So let's make another. Let's see how many we're going to make. Well, we're going to make whatever I folded. So here we go. Match it up. Now, let's see. If I do it a little more open, let's say 1 inch apart, right? Just because that's going to not really give us a pouch, enough of a pouch. So let's stick with the 1/2 inch. That's my preference. Okay. So holding it down, we do one-handed. Now we can go and finish up the other side. So. Okay, and then again we pop these in, burnish it down, pop those in, burnish that down, and then bring those two in to the side, and there we go. That's it. It's done. So another type of envelope, I guess. It's kind of, it's a little different. But, we want to change up, spice up, have newfangled things that we can add to the mix. So we have 3 here. I made 2 earlier, because like I said, I was testing out. I prefer the wider. I think this one, like I showed you earlier, is a little too tight. So we have some there. And let's do another one of these. Okay. So we'll line this up. Line that up. Now, I know that these have words on them a little bit. I am not even looking at that, so let's see what happens. I'm not even paying attention. I might get lucky and nothing's going to look funny, or maybe it is going to look funny. We shall see. Okay, that side is down. Now we're going to go over here. Okay, then we go. Pop this in. Pop this up and pop that underneath. And this one goes under there. I don't have them folded enough. That's why they're giving me resistance. Once they're folded, they'll go together nice and nice. Okay, just using my nail to kind of get those edges. There we go. Let's see, do I have another style? Oh, I haven't done one of these, so I have some like brick pattern. So let's see how that looks. Could go like this too, right? So the one, I think that's a little more dangerous in doing it that way because you have to kind of put them down, especially with art glitter glue, because you don't have very much movement. You could do that too. And then you're still going to need to kind of make sure that everything is finished, which we're missing this corner. So I'd rather do this corner first once I know placement is good. So there we go. All right. So now these guys will go in and in, and this needs to be reinforced like that. Turn it around. This guy goes in here. This one goes in there, and then reinforce it like that with the nail. Alright guys, what do you guys think? I mean, I see I have a few more. I know I can see it in myself that I'm a little low-key energy. I'm a little tired and a little bit of a tummy ache, but I started doing this and then I started feeling so we're gonna wrap it up soon because, you know, it's not much more. When it's a mass make, it's so easy to, you know, it's all gonna be looking the same, right? It's repetitious in that way. So you could also decorate the front of it. That's, you know, an option as well. Put some little stickers or something. Put a little rose set, a little puffy rose, you know, like a three-dimensional rose over here. I will put maybe a Velcro dot if you're leaving it freestanding. Okay, so I missed a little corner. Okay. Alright, so I'll push this up, bring this down, burnish it, and then I'm going to bring this in and this in, right? And they're going to go underneath the other ones, right? Under here, under there, and there we go. Alright guys, that's my mask make. I think we're going to leave those for another day. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8 I have. Okay, I think you have it. Hopefully you have the gist of it. And you can make a bunch of these and, you know, different color papers, blank papers, decorate the whole entire thing. Let the decoration be the papers, and like I say, leave them freestanding or attach them onto a page, and there you go. You could also do the corner, right, which is the one that I showed you earlier. But before I go, I'm gonna show you what I had originally learned. So you take these, well, they could be like that. But because we have so much white, I want to alternate the white. So what you can do, same fold, same idea, is to attach the the solid pieces together perfectly. So just away from the score line, right? Because you want that fold to still happen, right? So you want to be able to fold it up this way and fold it up the other way. So I can't see with this white paper, it's so bad. So you want to get the fold. So you got to fold it up there. Okay. And hopefully that's the good fold there. Yes. Okay, there you go. So you fold it like this, right? And so you're like, it's the same thing. She's crazy. But it's to make an explosion thing. So what happens is that the same thing happens. You have this, right? And then on this side, you go this way. And it becomes like this explosion book of stuff. So it's just a little thing, and then you can, I would put a third one actually so that they open up the same way. So actually, and I don't have another one of these, so so that way you open it and you have this. So you would have this, you would decorate the full ones, right? I don't have another one. Yeah, I don't have nothing that matches. So you decorate the full ones, right? They'll have full ones, and then you could actually do decorations on here of other things. You cut one of these full squares into halves, and you have it there. So this is where I had originally learned the fold to make these little books, and you put a little rubbing around it and stuff. But when I learned that, I thought about this in junk journaling, having a where to put some hidden journaling, and also using it as like a pouch. So okay, so the fold is there. That's an option. The corner one that I saw somebody do is an option. My pouchy thing is an option, or envelope thingy, hidden journaling is an option. So anyway, thank you much for hanging out. I think this was a relatively quicker one. Of course, I would have sped up some of the things that I did, like folding and things of that nature, because, you know, sometimes, you know, you want a quick video. I am going to let you go. I'm going to say thank you for coming. I want to say if you're new and you want to see more from me, please subscribe. And if you have been here all the time, thank you so much for coming back. It's so much appreciated. Please like the video. Please give me a comment. What are your thoughts on this, right? Is this like a waste of time? I mean, I won't get offended, to each his own, right? But until the next time where I'm thinking of some other stuff, I'll see you later. Ciao, ciao.